Hi again. So firstly, I just want to say, a massive thank you to everyone who's donated so far and sent me messages and just supported me. Um, when you're going through something like this, you feel so alone because there's no one you can speak to about it who understands. And you've all just proved to me that I'm not alone at all. And yeah, I just can't put into words how much it means to me, that how much everyone's been there, and I'm just speechless. I really am, and thank you from the bottom of my heart. I wish I could give you all a big hug. It just means so much to me and gives me so much hope and motivation to keep going, to keep posting these videos as well, to help other people and to do something about this for the world. People are going without the help they need. So I thought I'd describe in this video what ozone therapy is, as much as I can anyway, into a small video, and what the treatment plan is that I'm hoping to go on with the donations that I've received. So to begin with, it's an oxygen orientated program that is designed to kill molds, viruses and pathogens in your blood, in your, through your whole system basically. So I'll go through what it includes. It includes 4 weeks of accommodation at the clinic. There are clinics that people have to find their own way to, etc., or find accommodation for to go to, but this one just includes the whole thing. It's all inclusive, and that would suit me much better as I'm not really able to travel very well by myself. So yeah, it's a 4-week program including accommodation and meals prepared by a qualified nutritionist and cook, and individual diets are catered for, so whatever they think I may need, that would be what they would supply me with. Ozonated and alkaline drinking water is always available, so that means that the water I'll be drinking is as pure as you can get it. The best water for anyone anyway is alkaline. Things like vitamin water, a lot of the bottled water in shops that we buy is quite acidic, and it's crazy. The more acid we put into our bodies, the more damage we're doing in the long run. So if your tap water is acidic, you're not doing yourself any good by continuing to drink it. So look into a filter that will alkaline it a bit more, and you can test the pH of your water, and that's for people who are healthy. People who may get a lot of pains, if you can reduce the acidity in your body, you'll reduce a lot of the inflammation. So that's another good thing. And it includes 24 days of treatment because the clinic is closed on Sundays. So I'd be there for 28 days with 24 days of treatment, and that would include direct intravenous ozone. So they put right into my veins ozone. I'm not quite sure how it works entirely, but I believe it works with taking your blood out, ozonating it, and then putting it back in. So the blood is obviously much more cleaner, and the ozone gets through the rest of my blood. So direct IV ozone and vitamin C, there's 20 sessions of that. So 20 days of ozone IV. Hyperbaric oxygen therapy, a minimum of 8 sessions. People who, from all sorts really, MS, Parkinson's, a lot of injuries. People are using hyperbaric oxygen chambers to get a lot of oxygen into their body, and it helps their body repair. So that's why ozone is so good, because it's just such potent oxygen that it just kills everything and helps your body heal. So a lot of athletes, professional athletes, actually have their own oxygen chamber. So when they mess their ankle up or something, they put themselves in this chamber, and it helps them recover much more quickly. So it's minimum of about 8 sessions of that. Ozone anal insufflations, a minimum of 4. So that doesn't sound very pretty, but you have a lot of toxins in your bowels, and in your digestive tract, especially if you're going through a chronic illness. Your body, you know, all your systems are down. Nothing's really working to par. So a lot of the toxins build up in your bowels and through your colon. So yeah, it's also has a minimum of 2 colonics to help me clean all those toxins out. A lot of the problems that I may be having with my brain could be due to all the toxins that are just going around in my body and going up to my brain. So yeah, anything I can do to reduce that is great, and it includes high enemas performed by a qualified surgical nurse with ozonated water or anti-parasite tinctures, or coffee for liver stimulation. So again, it would just draw and flush all the toxins out of my liver, out of my colon. And there's a minimum of 6 sessions for that. Patient-specific physiotherapy, so that includes a massage, Rife frequency therapy, and pulse magnetic therapy. So Rife is Rife was a man himself, and he discovered that everything in your body has a different frequency, and that also pretty much every illness, every pathogen, every bacteria has its own frequency as well. You know, everything's made up of atoms and vibrations, and you know, you can look into that yourself. So they're able to target different bacteria and pathogens with a certain frequency that shatters, much like an opera singer and glass. It shatters the bacteria, its shell, and kills the bacteria through Rife frequencies. So that's another thing that's included. Manual lymph drainage, weekly or more if indicated. So I spoke about this in my first video. Again, it helps you get rid of all the toxins, make sure that your lymph system's working properly, and that all the drainage can just come out by itself. So that's really good. Daily fur, which is infrared, steam, or traditional saunas to aid Herxheimer effect. A Herxheimer effect is die-off, basically. So when you kill bacteria or anything in your body with things like antibiotics or whatever treatment you're using, you have what's called a Herxheimer effect, which is caused by the die-off of these things, which releases all the toxins into your blood. And yeah, the more of die-off you create, the more toxins and the heavier the Herxheimer reaction is. So the steam and the saunas help to draw that out. At the moment I'm using Epsom salt baths, so as well as the little treatments I'm doing by myself, I do have a little bit of die-off happening each day, and the Epsom salt baths just help to draw it all out of my skin. You know, the skin is pretty much your biggest kidney. They call it the 3rd kidney, and it's the biggest organ. So you know, I'm helping myself currently through Epsom salt baths, but people are even buying these infrared saunas off Amazon for like £100. So it's something I will look into in the future for sure, just to help my body get rid of all the crap. Live blood analysis, I spoke about this first in the first video as well, and this is really important to me. So live blood analysis throughout the program, a minimum of 6 videos of sessions. So live blood analysis looks at your blood through a dark field microscope, and it's a special technology that allows them to see the actual blood cells and what's really going on in the blood, how, you know, corrupted it all is really, with different molds, bacteria, pathogens, different things that can be causing, you know, your whole systemic malfunction basically. So that's really good, and they'll track each week, every few days, how well the therapy is working for me, and whether I need more of something or whatever. A thermogram on the first and final day. So a thermogram has actually proven recently to be a much better way of finding breast cancer in people, because a lot of the ways that we're finding things in our body currently are exposing us to things that aren't helping us at all. So like radiation, it's, you know, it's causing problems for our body, but thermo is much safer. It's just based off heat basically. So yeah, one of those on the first and final day. Weekly group psychotherapist session with an experienced UK qualified therapist. So this is good, because it always helps to talk to people. You know, I've always found communication to be the biggest form of therapy that we all have, whether it's with a therapist or not. If you've got good friends that you can speak to, they are just as good as a counsellor. And I just wish that people would be more open. But I think it's something people have to learn over time, to be more open, to not worry about what other people are going to think about them. You know, if someone doesn't care, there will be someone who appreciates everything you say. And yeah, that's been proved to me plenty of times throughout my life. I've found that being much more open brings much better people into my life, and if there's negative people who are trying to get in between that, then I'm very happy to say goodbye and let them move on with their own journey. So that's great. 3 weekly gentle yoga sessions, so that just help me, you know, exercise in a safe manner. Currently I can't do any exercise at all. I just drop on the floor basically. So I do try and do basic yoga, but I'm pretty much making it up probably. I'm just doing like nice stretches and stuff just to keep my muscles going. A liver flush to aid the Herx reaction, so again, that's really good. Patient specific supplements, I don't know what that would entail, whatever I would be deficient in. I do actually get some results on my deficiencies on the 7th, so I'll go through that in another video as well, and what I'm going to be doing to address those, and that's with the nutritionist that I've been working with, and daily consultations with the doctor and clinic practitioner, which is obviously good to track my progress. So yeah, I mean, it's got everything I believe I need that will get me back to a point where, you know, I'm at least functioning properly, and I can just maintain my life and keep progressing from there, really, through healthy options, making sure I'm looking after my body properly, because I think one of the things that caused this is that I didn't, you know, I took things for granted. You never think that some things are going to happen to you, and you just carry on, but it's a big lesson I've learned. I probably let things get a little bit down, my immune system wasn't working efficiently, and then as soon as I was hit with this, it just floored me. So the more I can do in the future, once I've got rid of this, to make sure that all my systems are always working optimally, I'm going to have a much better chance of never having a relapse, or, you know, and just keeping on a remission permanently. So yeah, it includes transport to and from the airport, so as soon as I get to the airport, I'm in their hands, I haven't got to worry. All I've really got to do is just have someone possibly wheel me to the plane to actually get there, and I'm quite fine to go by myself as well. If a member of family comes with me or whatever, then that'd be great, but yeah, I mean, I'd feel safe just being in their hands, and it's my journey, and you know, it's a 4-week thing, so I can't expect anyone to take too much of their own time out. 2 weekly drop-off and collections to the Paphos Harbour and the Old Town and Main Shopping Centre. This sounds great, but I just don't know if I'll manage it, but you know, perhaps it will start to work really quickly for me, and I'll suddenly be able to go and see some things, so that would be really great. If not, maybe there's a wheelchair available, and yeah, I don't know, so we'll see about that. And if someone came with me, then perhaps you know, they could help me see things anyway, but it may be that I'm spending a lot of the time, you know, still in bed, recovering, especially from the die-off effects, the Herxheimer reactions and things like that, so that's quite irrelevant to me. It's great, but you know, I just want the therapy itself. So, and a fortnightly barbecue, weather dependent. During summer, a snorkeling and picnic trip on a private sailing yacht around the famous Blue Lagoon. So again, something that sounds great, but we'll have to see how I'm sort of getting on, really. And health kits to use in the accommodation, so a personal foot bath and infrared blanket in each room to help me keep detoxing, magnesium and baking soda salts to get good stuff back into my body through the foot baths, organic coconut oil for oil pulling in the morning. This helps draw out toxins in your body and your digestive system. and chemical-free products to lessen the load on detox. Shampoo, conditioner, face cream, soap, body cream, fluoride-free toothpaste, detox salts for foot bath and dry skin brush. And you know, all the products we have in our bathrooms that we're using every day, we're breathing all this all these chemicals in, and we're poisoning ourselves constantly. You know, whether it's through our tap water, our shampoo, we're constantly filling our body up with crap. And it's all well and good if our detox systems are working well, but if you become ill and you're just contributing to the overload of toxins every time you wash your hands with chemicals and things like that. So, and it includes finally a SIM card with a local number to use in Cyprus. So yeah, that's everything. The high dose ozone IV treatments are performed by an experienced medical doctor who treats patients daily with eye zones, and all of our therapists are UK qualified. So that's everything there. I just wanted to go through obviously everything about ozone therapy that I've learned so far, what my treatment would include. I realise that this video is 16 minutes already, so I didn't intend it to go on for that long, but I hope I've covered all the basics there, especially if anyone else is interested in going to the clinic as well. The clinic is called Healthy Healing. I'll post the link for it in the below. It's healthyhealingcy.com, but I'll post that below as well, and also a page to this which details the all-inclusive treatment in case anyone else is interested. So yeah, that's all I've got to say for now. Thank you again for all the contributions you've made so far. I can't thank you enough. Like I said, I'm just sending you all a hug because it's absolutely amazing, especially to realise how many people are actually there for me. So thanks a lot. I hope I can keep helping other people, and I hope I can get well soon so I can really make a difference to everyone else who's suffering the way I am. Thanks very much.